What's up, guys? Yes, it's Robuxian back again with another video. This time, guys, I'm actually inside an internet cafe for anyone wondering how I'm actually making a video. So right now I'm inside an internet cafe making a video for you guys since everything has died down and people aren't chasing me. I don't think so. I hope not. So basically I'm just making a video for you guys, for my subscribers. Now, this is a police chase, and it has been said that the person driving the car was actually inspired by GTA5. They were apparently playing it at home, yeah, with their friends, family, whatever, and he suddenly got up, and she suddenly got up, her family says, to steal the family car and start driving recklessly. So apparently she was like inspired or brainwashed by the game, and she got up from her chair, went to the family car, got inside the car, started the engine, and just drove recklessly. And here is the live footage of the whole police chase that was actually going on. So guys, I'm gonna roll it and you guys can see how crazy this girl is and how she was driving absolutely crazily. Make sure you give this video a like and subscribe for cool, awesome videos in the future.
We have a couple breaking news stories that we are following. This one is the first where police are chasing this small gray sedan and have been for the last 20 minutes or so. It started in the Mission Valley area. We believe now it's headed into the North County. You see there that car just going through stoplights. We believe he's off of Pomerado Road. If you're familiar with that area, and once Skyfox zooms out a little bit, you'll see some more of the suburbs, the Scripps Ranch, Mira Mesa area. Andrew, once the helicopter zooms out, we've been counting about a dozen San Diego police officers that are on this guy's tail. And interesting, different than a lot of other pursuits we've followed over the last couple of weeks, say in Los Angeles, cops are right on this guy's tail.
They've been very, very close to him and pursuing pretty quickly here. This driver's taken a couple of turns. So as you said, the driver was on Pomerado Road, took one turn about maybe 15 to 30 seconds before we came on air, just took another turn. So we don't know the exact road right now, but Skyfox just tracked down this vehicle and this chase. And like you said, Jen, these SDPD officers staying pretty close proximity. But this driver now coming up to a bit of a problem for him in that he is stopped at a stoplight. But officers don't generally get especially close in this kind of situation, even if this driver is boxed in, although he is.
Look at the other cars, though, moving out of the way. They obviously know something is wrong because they see all
the cars behind them, right?
Right.
But they don't get right up next to him because they don't know what he's capable of,
right?
Whether he has a gun or what other dangers there might be, not only to the officers themselves, but the other innocent drivers that are right there next to him.
We don't know why police are chasing this person. It could be something as simple as they wanted to pull him over for a broken tail light and the guy took off, and so then it's created this situation. Could be something where they knew they were actually looking for this person and someone spotted him for some type of bigger crime. There he's going through another major intersection, and so they are again chasing him. These two San Diego police cruisers really right on his tail and about a dozen more right behind him. This area, from what I know, I'm guessing this is getting into the Poway area, the business park area. So if I had a guess, I would guess that they're off of Scripps Poway Parkway, potentially Poway Road. That sort of looks like this area. Again, it's a little bit, this area often has these big intersections. This guy has come up. You obviously see him here trying to sort of swerve in and out. Police haven't done any type of pit maneuvers, if you will, something to try to stop this driver. I would imagine they're conversing on their radios to figure out, okay, if this guy hits another intersection, this would be a good opportunity to either hit him in the back and try to spin him out or potentially box him in. For the most part, he has been somewhat following the rules of the road, which is good for the other drivers, because the worst situation could be somebody who is on just a hightailed pursuit with no regard for other traffic, no regard for himself or the other drivers, and Andrew totally disregarding any type of rules of the road.
Yes, somewhat being the key word there, because we have seen him do some pretty erratic things at times, but like you said, at other times he is stopping at intersections, as is the case right now. Which is fortunate, like you said, for other vehicles. So this guy is stopped right now at this intersection. I don't know if it's a red light, can't tell from this perspective, but look at the number of San Diego police officers right there on his tail. And again, there's so many other people and innocent drivers, people just standing by, that they can't aggravate the situation in that particular spot because they don't know what this person is capable of. So they part of their training is to presumably allow this to kind of go on as long as it doesn't become even more of a danger than it already is, especially in an intersection situation like that. Now, if it happens in an open road situation like this, perhaps that's where they go to try, as long as the speed is correct, to try something like a pit maneuver or spike strips at some point. This chase started in National City. So the National City Police is the agency that is handling this. We've been saying San Diego Police. I don't know if they are involved as well. We do know that National City is certainly part of this situation, and this guy is
cruising,
flying.
man.
Yeah, he is flying.
Speed limit there in that area on that street is 55. I'm just guessing, based on watching him from the air here, that he is going significantly faster than 55. But again, it is curious that then he slows down at those upcoming major intersections, which is good, because if you have other drivers who are flying through the intersection going the opposite direction at 55 or 60 miles an hour, you could have a pretty nasty crash. There's Skyfox zooming, giving us a really, really wide picture. You can tell that they are headed farther east as the landscape changes. You see fewer houses. Again, if he is off of, if he was eventually off of Pomerado, potentially off of Poway Road, he could be coming up eventually along maybe the 67 that runs the perpendicular to this road. Again, I'm just kind of taking a guess here based on my knowledge of the North County, chasing this silver neon and at a pretty good rate at this point. And again, we don't know why police are chasing him. It could be something as simple as a traffic violation. It could be something as serious as a couple weeks ago in Los Angeles, they wanted to get a guy because they thought he had some evidence in a murder, and that led to a high-speed chase. So at this point, police on their tail, on this guy's tail, and again trying to get him to pull over.
And you mentioned it a couple minutes ago, Jen,
around him, or at least come up behind him. They are obviously now out of their vehicles, using that front door as a shield, and now they will start talking to the driver, as we see that driver has pulled over and is now starting to get out of the car.
So what they do is they instruct him pretty clearly here on what to do. They say, if you're going to give up here, you have to put your hands outside the vehicle, hands up, and they want them to usually throw the keys out as well. And it looks like this driver appears to be surrendering. There's a number of reasons why he may have done it right where he did it. One being perhaps running out of gas. Two being perhaps he I don't know if they've been able to negotiate with this person on the phone, but ultimately it looks like, don't know if there's another person in the vehicle. We just know of the driver at this point. But if this person is in fact giving up, there's a specific number of instructions that these officers give them to protect themselves from any potential harm that this person might be willing to do to them, given the erratic nature of the situation. And right now it appears that they're following those instructions.
Right. Again, they're telling them to move slowly, keep their hands up where they can see them. They will likely have this person now out of their vehicles, using that front door as a shield. And now they will start talking to the driver, as we see that
police plan, which is to get this driver with their hands up. It looks like this guy does have his hands up and is backing up. Hands are on the top of the trunk right there, and hands are now, it looks like, okay, now he's lying down on the ground. Kind of surprising to see him how close he is to the vehicle, because like you said, Jen, often they get him away from the vehicle, but that guy is doing what they're asking, which is lying on the ground, hands behind his head, and now officers will slowly approach. As they are, look how many there are. There's at least a dozen of them swarming in. Now their job's not over, because now they have to look in the vehicle. They have to make sure there's no other people, no other potential threats, maybe look for evidence. They have to open the trunk. They have to go through a number of steps now to make sure that this threat is in fact over, because it's a situation where they have a lot of unknowns. and now that process begins as they take this driver into custody.
Looks like he was the only person in the vehicle. I'm not seeing anybody else get out of the car, and here they are again taking that person in custody. It is a man. I am right. It looks like that is a guy. Yes. It looks like he's wearing a suit actually. They're walking him back. He is in handcuffs. They will put him in the car there. You see there's a couple K9 units. Notice the top of the SUVs there indicating that those were K9 units. I also saw a couple undercover SUVs. At first I thought they were just random drivers, and I thought, why are those people pulled over? And then I realized, no, those were undercover vehicles as well.